Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today let's go over another premium medium question in the database/pandas category that I just solved on my own. So again, I'm really happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance relatively easily. So let me show you how I did it. And this one is called the most frequently ordered products for each customer. So cool. They want you to write a solution to find the most frequently ordered products for each customer. The result table should have these three columns, and you can return it in any order, so no sorting needed. And cool. So for me, I just like to look at these examples. So Alice customer 1, the most frequently ordered products for each customer. So for customer 1, for example, they ordered number 1, number 2, because the product IDs are unique. So 2 again, and then 2 again. So for 1, obviously product 2 is going to be the most frequent, so that's the one we're going to use. So that's going to be the product ID links to mouse, and we include that. For 2, obviously 1, 2, and 3. So let's 1, 3, and 2. They all have the same frequency, so you can just include all of them. And then for 3, 3 and 3, so you don't include duplicates because the product ID is unique, as I said. And then 4 and 1 is keyboard. So let's go ahead and get all the customer IDs and then map it to all the products that they bought. So let's call this a default dict of type integer, of type list. So for IO, it enumerates orders, customer ID, we use that as a key because we want that to be unique. And then we can just append orders product ID of I. So now we just have to find the most frequent product ID in each list. So it's going to be 2 in this case, and all of them in this case, 3, and then 1. So to find the biggest frequency, let's go ahead and actually get the biggest frequency for each list, right? So let's call this a default dict of type integer. And what we're going to do is we're going to loop over our dictionary, and we're going to go through every single element, and we're going to count how many times it appears. So the biggest for each, so each key value pair needs to have a biggest, and we're just going to say, going to update biggest to be the current frequency if it's bigger. So dk.count of A. And then at the end, we can just map the key to the biggest count. So fd of k is equal to biggest. Let's print fd. Cool. So now, 3 is the largest frequency. 1 is the largest frequency. 1, 2, 3 all have those frequencies. 3, 2 is the largest frequency. This is the largest frequency. And now that makes our job a lot easier because what we can do is, so the keys are the same between both dictionaries. And let's just go ahead and also we have to get the product map to the product ID mapped to the product name. Let's call this prod. For I, P, it enumerates products, product ID. Prod of P is mapped to the product name of I. Okay, so now what we want to do is we go through each dictionary and we say, okay, so for each element, does it have the max frequency? If it is, then we include it in a new dictionary, which is going to be our answer. So let's call this answer for, okay, so let's iterate through the original dictionary. So for K and D, and so we know that's the max frequency we're looking for. So let's say the target is FD of K. So for A and DK, if dk, the frequency, dot count of A is equal to the target, then we can go ahead and append, first of all, the key itself, and then the product ID, which is going to be A, and then also, so let's actually make this a dictionary again. Or actually, we don't even have to do that. We can just make it. So we don't want duplicates is the problem. So let's iterate over a set of target instead. And then let's use the original list as the frequency, and we can just, that makes it easy because now we just have 1, 2 instead of 2 as the duplicate. So now we can just append the customer ID and then the product ID, which is going to be A itself, and then the frequency itself is going to be, well, the product name is what we need. So we're just going to say product of K, and let's print answer. So 1, 2 keyboard, 1, 2 keyboard, product of K. Oh no, product of A. So 1, 2 mouse, cool. 2, 1 keyboard, 2, 2 mouse, 2, 3 screen, 3, 3 screen, 4, 1 keyboard. Cool. We now have our answer. We have 3 columns, so let's make 3 lists to unpack. For A and answer, 1.append A0, 2.append A1, 3.append A2. And then now we can just make an empty data frame. It's pretty smooth sailing from here. Just create a skeleton. And then we can just say customer ID. So just define the 3 columns you need and unpack them as the 3 lists in order. Top to bottom, left to right. Product ID is 2. Results product name is 3. Okay, let's run this. Okay, submit it. And there you go, passes all test cases. Again, really happy that I was able to come up with my own solution to this question without any assistance and solve it on my own. So, yep, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.